Good morning, everybody. Today I'll be going over the classification of mass movements. So this is from the IBDP Geography Geophysical Hazards Unit. So specifically, I'll be going over the causes, liquidity, speed of onset, duration, extent, and frequency. So what is a mass movement? Okay, so it's kind of like bulk movements of soil and rock debris down slopes in response to the pull of gravity, or the rapid or gradual sinking of the Earth's ground surface in a predominantly vertical direction. Mass movements are defined as processes of erosion, transport, and accumulation of material that occur on both gentle and steep slopes, mainly owing to gravitational forces. Okay, so what are the four factors leading to a mass movement event? So number one, of course, is slope, right? Gravity. When something's falling, it'll continue falling if it's down a slope, because it, wants to balance out its weight, as I wrote, equilibrium, and liquidity, how much water is mixed in the side of the hill. So if there's like heavy rain, the soil could become saturated, causing it to go down on the side. And texture of weathered material, so rather it's smooth, jagged, or whatnot. Like if it has a lot of loose soil, loose sand, really like soft, I guess it will go down much quicker. Okay. And you have like additional events like earthquakes, volcanic activity, earthquakes and rain, and some human stuff can easily lead to mass movement events, which is kind of like a secondary hazard. Okay, so landslides, they are dry rockfall. So a landslide is the movement of rock, earth, or debris down a sloped section of land. So it's usually caused by rain, earthquakes, volcanoes, and other factors that make the slope unstable. So here's a video I have. Let's turn off the sound. So it basically looks like that. That's what a landslide is. I think we're all familiar with what that is. And it causes like problems like traffic and whatnot, because the other cars can't. Yeah, something like that as well. Okay, that's not a landslide. Okay, so these are some diagrams to show the process of a landslide. So basically, it just, goes down. I'm not sure how I can explain this in a way that's easy to understand, but yeah, it just goes down to the road and just slumps. Okay, so find out about the liquidity. So it's not necessarily liquid, because sometimes it's like rocky material or hard soil, as you saw in the videos before. And speed of onset really depends on where you are, slope stability, and the triggering events, how severe it was. So it could be sudden or it could be gradual. But I guess it would be sudden in most cases, because I don't know, if one thing falls, everything would fall. Duration, it can be brief, but it can be over a long time as well, if it's like gradually going down. And yeah, you could read the frequency and extent as well. So what is a mudflow? This is another mass movement event. So this is disgusting. A moving mass of soil made fluid by rain or melting snow. So it's also called a mudslide or mudflow. So it's a fast-moving flow of debris and dirt that has become liquefied by the addition of water. So it basically looks like this. That is disgusting. Let's see. If you see this video right here, I think that lady has to run a bit faster. She can't. Okay, that's a bad idea, lady. Anyways, it's basically like that. Okay. Now let's look at what they look like. Yeah, they're primarily earth movement, so while a mudflow is caused by water picking up soil and turning into mud. So basically, if you have a river or lake, it just clumps up into mud, and that causes a mudflow. And next one I have is soil creep, or you could call it solifluction. Either way is fine. Defines the slow mass wasting process of soil on a slope under the influence of gravity. So it basically looks like this. Okay, that's a really long intro. But it's like soil slowly moving to create soil ripples, which makes the whole slope unstable. Yeah, you could see it from there. It's just progressive. It's a really progressive thing. Yep. Okay, and the liquidity. Well, it does become partially saturated or moist as it is moving because the water acts as its lubricant to reduce friction between its movement. And speed of onset, well, it's gradual and it's progressively slow. Duration, long periods of time. You can't expect a whole entire surface to fold up into like soil ripples in like 2 seconds. The extent can be wide, as you can see from this area. And the frequency, I'm not really sure about this, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those, again, secondary hazards from earthquakes and whatnot. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Very creepy. Oh, this is slumping. It's a bit different from soil creeps. This is slumping. Please take note. Slumping is when like soil just gradually just comes off like as a nice chunk. Yeah. The soil or rock debris moves downhill along a concave or curved plane in a rotational manner. The upper part of the slump moves vertically downward, but the lower part moves outward. Yep. And to sum this video up, mass movement event caused by human action. So many human-caused landslides can be avoided or mitigated, but they're commonly a result of building roads and structures without adequate grading of slopes, poorly planned alterations of drainage patterns, and disturbing old landslides. And other things can include like mining, like when you have TNT in caves or something, you explode them, it causes, your surface to rumble a bit and landslides, boom, dead. And deforestation as well, because, all those like machinery makes a lot of noise and destruction. And yeah, other things I've listed down here as well. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm so sorry if this video is not that informative or boring. I am very sleepy right now. Okay, thank you.